the channel, guys. Welcome back to another day in paradise. Well, I've been riding this MT09SP for quite a few weeks now, and suspension. I am not a guru when it comes to suspension. I'm not an expert. In actual fact, I find trying to learn about dampening and rebound and all that sort of stuff, I actually find it hard to get my head around. I just find it confusing. So anyway, after riding this bike for a few weeks, I found that it was quite a stiff riding experience. Oh god, that doesn't sound good, does it? Anyway, it was quite a firm ride in terms of suspension. I found that I'd only have to go over the slightest bumps and it was quite rigid, you know, like I wasn't very impressed. And anyway, I put up with it for a while because I thought, look, you've come from a cruiser to a, you wouldn't call it a sport bike, but you've come from a cruiser to a naked, a lot more sportier than a cruiser. So I put up with it for quite a few weeks, and I thought, nah. This is just too rigid, this riding setup. It must be set up to, you know, for almost for track work, this bike. So anyway, I got home one day, got into the garage there and got out the manual and read up on all the adjustments for the front suspension. And the front suspension's got these two adjustments here. There's actually two adjustments there. There's the gold adjustment there, which I can't remember what it's for, and then there's the blue adjustment, and then there's another one down the bottom, and then the back I think's got three adjustments as well. So anyway, I made note of how the bike was currently set up, you know, because there's, you know, how many turns or how many clicks, and I jotted everything down on paper just in case I completely ballsed everything up. I was able to put it back to where it was when I purchased the bike. So once I'd done that, I was quite surprised, because remember I said I thought the bike was set up quite firm. Well, if I was to rate soft as 1 and very hard and rigid as 10, I would say that this bike was set up at number 4. So it was set up on the softer side of things, which really concerned me, because I thought, wow, I thought this bike was set up really hard, and it's actually set up on the softer side of the settings. And I thought I could be in a bit of strife here, because I really need to soften this bike up. It just doesn't suit my riding style. It doesn't suit my riding style. We all ride bikes differently, and it just doesn't suit my riding style. So I thought, what am I going to do? You know, I was just so confused about dampening and rebound and all this sort of crap. So I thought, in the end, I was that bloody confused in the end, I just said, bugger it. I'm just going to wind every bloody setting back to its softest setting, right? And then what I'll do is I'll just ride around each week, and as each week goes by, I'll just, if I think it's too soft, I'll tweak it a little bit. I'll tweak it, yeah? Well, that's what I'll do. So I've backed everything off in the end to its softest setting. And let me tell you, prior to that, I'd watched that many YouTube videos of how to set your suspension up and this and that. Look, I no doubt I probably could have gone to some suspension expert and paid him, and they probably would have set it all up for me, yeah? I didn't want to do that. So anyway, I thought, bugger it, I'm going to just bag everything off to its softest setting, and then I'll just tweak it from there. Well, let me tell you guys, although this was set up on the softer side of its setup, backing everything off to its softer setting has absolutely transformed the ride of this bike. It is so much better. Let me tell you, I was so concerned prior to adjusting this suspension, once I'd marked down how it was set up and how I thought there was not much more softer I could get it, I was so concerned. I actually thought to myself, you know what, I'm not going to be able to soften this up. I may have to sell this bike.